Nagarjuna, Six Perfections, 342. Summation, the Bodhisattva's perfection of vigor paramita. The Bodhisattva gains as karmic reward super knowledges and also gains the Buddha path, including the 32 major marks, the 8 subsidiary characteristics, all types of reasons, great kindness, the great compassion, unstructured liberation, the 10 powers, the 4 fearlessness, the 18 dharmas exclusive to the Buddha, the 3 clarities, Trividya, and the immeasurable number of other dharmas associated with Buddhahood. Once it succeeds and realizes these dharmas, subsequent occurrences wherein all beings may gain the purification of faith, may all be enabled to take in practice, may all be able to feel affection for and bliss in the Dharma of the Buddha. And may all be enabled to carry out this endeavor themselves. All of this product of the power of the paramita of vigor. This is what constitutes the paramita of vigor. It's just as being stated by the Buddha at the time the vigor of the Bodhisattva becomes such as he does not even perceive the existence of a body and does not even perceive the existence of a mind. His body has nothing whatsoever which he engages in doing, and the mind has nothing whatsoever which it bears in mind. The body and the mind becomes as one and the same, and thus there is no making of distinctions in this regard. And that path of the Buddhahood, which is sought for the sake of bringing beings to deliverance, one does not perceive beings as constituting the shore, nor does he perceive the Buddha path as constituting the opposite shore. Everything done by the body and the mind are set aside and relinquished as if they were mere dream state endeavors which are realized and waking, to have not involved the accomplishment of any endeavors at all. This qualifies as quiescent cessation. It is with reference to this that all instances of vigor qualifies constituting paramita. How is this so? One realizes that all instances of vigor involve occurring in dharma which, by their very character, involve error and deceptiveness. This is because all created dharmas are empty, false, and unreal. They are like a dream and like a magically conjured illusion. All dharmas are uniformly equal. This is what is genuinely real. Among these dharmas, which are of a single uniform equality, one should do not have those which one seeks to obtain. One therefore realizes that all instances of vigor involve that which is empty and false. Although one realizes that vigor involves that which is empty and false, still he constantly works at perfecting it and does not retreat from engaging in it. This is what qualifies as genuine vigor of the Bodhisattva. As stated by the Buddha, throughout the incalculable number of kalpas, I gave my head, eyes, marrow, and brain to beings so as to allow them to fulfill their wishes. When practicing the abhorrence of precepts, patience, and dhyana, I dwelt in the mountains and forests wherein my body became dehydrated and emaciated. At times I fasted, reducing the intake of food. At times I cut off all taste for any form of sensual experience. At times I endured the calamities of scolding, vilification, knives, and clubs. On these accounts, my body became haggard and emaciated. Additionally, I constantly sat in dhyana meditation, and so I was exposed to the elements and endure intense suffering. This is for the sake of seeking wisdom. I recited, studied, pondered upon, asked about, and delivered explanations on Dharma. I employed wisdom in reference to each and every Dharma, making distinctions with regard to good, evil, coarse, fine, false, real, greater, and lesser. I made offerings to an incalculable number of Buddhas. I was assiduous and diligent and applied vigor to the seeking of these forms of merit, wishing to completely perfect the order of 5 paramitas. However, throughout this entire time, nothing whatsoever was obtained by me. I did not obtain the paramitas of Dana, Sila, Santi, Vigor, Dhyana, or Wisdom. When I encountered the burning lamp, the Pankara Buddha, I scattered 5 blossoms over the Buddha, laid my hair down in the mud that he might cross, and gained right the unproduced Dharma's patience. Anutpatika Dharma Ksanti. The 6 paramitas were they straightway fulfilled. I stood there in empty space, praised burning lamp Buddha with verses, and then beheld the immeasurable number of Buddhas throughout all the directions. It was at the time that I gained the body which is endowed with genuine vigor. It's on account of one's vigor being uniformly equal in his application of dharmas that one gains the mind which itself is uniform in its equality. It's on account of the one's mind being uniform in its equality that one achieves that states wherein all dharmas are realized as uniform in their equality. All sorts of causing conditions and characteristics such as these constitute what's meant by the paramita of vigor. So that's it. Just another reading. Page 245.